Hi guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm so glad to be here in front of you, in front of the camera, because this is something I've been waiting for so long, and it's time for me to show up in front of the camera to tell you that I'm here. Math and Physics with Victor, now in English. I'm a Spaniard, as you know, but in this first video I'd like you to relate my experience back in the United States when I was studying a PhD, right? Because I know you have already started your major, your bachelor's in science or engineering back in the United States in your university, and I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is Víctor Valerón. I'm a Spaniard. I'm from Spain. Exactly, I'm from the south of Spain, and 3 years ago I had a really inspiring experience in the United States that allowed me to understand better how that system works and how a student who's starting their adventure there can have success. So how is it possible a Spaniard guy goes to the United States to study a PhD in plasma physics and fluid mechanics? That was my expertise. Let me tell you a bit about my background. I studied aerospace engineering back in Polytechnic University in Madrid. I studied there both bachelor's and master's, and I was provided with a really good background on physics, math, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, which I can show there, because you know, I didn't expect at all to have a teaching experience there. That was the first surprise that I received there, and that shocked me. That really shocked me. Like, okay, a Spanish guy in front of 80 students. I was opening the door. I was seeing all the faces all around. The teacher was waiting for me to start the lesson, and I panicked. I panicked inside, but I didn't let my potential fears to take the lead. Because if I have let them to take the risk, to take the lead, I would have drowned, and I wouldn't have done anything, and I would have gone back home to Spain and forgot what I did. That's not the case. I entered through that door, I taught the lesson to the guys, and that was one of the most rewarding experiences that I've ever had in front of you students. You are starting your major in science, in engineering, and I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you there. You're starting this new academic adventure, and I feel like there's some fire inside that you want to bring to the next 4 years, because you know, in engineering, especially a master's in science or engineering, it's like a house you're gonna dwell the next 4 years. You have to take that into account. You have to understand. You need to commit. You need to commit to that goal, because if you you can. Let me tell you something. Let me put you into context. When I started my engineering back in Spain, I had some troubles in understanding how all the students around, they just wanted to go nuts. They just wanted to go have parties, everlasting parties. Like that was impossible that those parties could stop, and they were partying 1 week after the other, and I couldn't understand that. I wasn't involved in that loop. I wasn't involved at all in that loop. That was toxic. So my first advice to you that you're starting your major in engineering is that you have signed for a commitment, and you cannot betray that commitment, right? You cannot betray that commitment. That's something that it's not said, not done, it's felt. Like you feel that commitment inside. You've had an incredible run, most likely in your high school, in the previous 4 years, from freshman to senior, and then you hit the university. Congratulations. But the path has already started, hasn't finished yet. Okay. So yeah, I was at that moment 18 years old, and physics and math were becoming more and more complex. You'll find the math is becoming more complex, more variables. You have to handle the pressure. You have to you need a set of tools you're not provided with during your high school, so you have to adapt to a new environment. Okay, you're a chameleon right now. So yeah, guys, due to my experience there it was at University of Rochester, United States, New York State, one of the coldest cities I've ever been. I don't recommend you to go there without a coat, but that showed me how powerful was an educational system, how powerful are the American educational system, especially universities. And that was a really good footprint that I got from there that I've applied into my life. Now I've come back to Spain, and now I'm helping students like you, but here in Spain. But I want to help you now. I want to help you now. You're starting your adventure, as I told you, and maybe you feel a bit discouraged, or because I've told you, okay, math and physics are really, really hard, and you will struggle in understanding them. So you'll find yourself in a sea of doubts that can be really deep, and you have to swim in the shallow of that deep lake or deep sea, whatever water metaphor you'd like to use. But I feel entitled, due to my background, to my expertise, to prevent you from something. You have already committed. You have already committed, so you have to understand that the first step you take into university, the first step you take into your campus, everything is not gonna be perfect. Everything, all the sparks around, like new place, new people, like living a new residence with some other guys, fighting for the same dreams that you're fighting for, won't lead you to obtain your major at the end of this 4-year story, which is your engineering, right? So in the next videos, I will talk deeply, more in detail about my experience teaching in the United States, how I have become an engineer, how I think like an engineer, and what tools I have gathered through the way to become an engineer, and why I teach today students like you. You are seeing me through that camera, and helping them to achieve excellence, to excel their subjects. So just stay tuned, be there, be aware, just press the bell. It's somewhere in the YouTube video, and see you in the next videos with more and more content. Check my English account, Math and Physics with Victor, and also my Spanish account in case you want. It's described in the bio. See you next video.